Hi, Lions. Thanks for joining me for another lesson. We are going to take multi-syllabic words and figure out how to divide them up into each individual syllable, and then use what we know about the syllable types to be able to decode that new word. And then we are going to learn some new sight syllables, and then we're going to practice spelling syllable by syllable. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is try to figure out this word by breaking it up into the individual syllables. We know our first step is to find all of the vowels. So we have 3 vowels in here, and these vowels are not vowel pairs. So we know this word has 3 syllables because every syllable has a vowel in it. So our vowels are really important. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, so we have vowel, consonant, vowel. So we know that usually you are going to break the word up before the consonant, if there's only one consonant. So we're going to try it there. Okay, now let's look here. Here's our other vowel. Then we have consonant, consonant, consonant. So if there's only 2, you split it in the middle. But since there's 3, we have to decide, will we keep CT together or TR? Well, I know TR is a blend that's in a lot of different words, like trip, train, try, true, tree. So we're going to keep T and R together. And so we'll split it between the C and T. Okay, so let's take a look. This first syllable is an open syllable because there's not anything after the vowel in this syllable. So this will be a long vowel sound because all open syllables have a long vowel sound. Here we have vowel consonant. So this is a closed syllable, which will make a short vowel sound. We have vowel consonant. So again, that's a closed syllable and another short vowel sound. So now we're going to read this word syllable by syllable. Electron. 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 An electron is something that's inside an atom that helps carry electricity. So electron. So that's a word you might have learned in your science class. Okay? Let's look at this word. We have vowel, vowel. And so vowel, so this word has 2 syllables. We have the vowel, 1 consonant. So we are going to divide it before the consonant. And remember, you usually divide it before the consonant. If that doesn't work, when you read that word, if it doesn't work, if it doesn't sound right, then you go ahead and divide it after the consonant. Okay, so let's look. We have A, and then there's nothing after it in this syllable. So this first syllable is an open syllable because there's nothing blocking the vowel sound. So we know that's a long vowel sound. This second syllable, we have ER. Well, ER is one of our R-controlled syllables because this R, it's bossy, it's bossing around the vowel. So this is an R-controlled vowel. And we know ER says because there are 3 different ways to make and ER is one of those ways. Okay, so let's read this with a long A and then the sound at the end. Crater, crater, crater. So a crater is when there's like a dip in something. So like on the moon, we can see craters on the moon, and that's where something has bumped up against it and has made a dip on that surface. So another science word. Okay, let's do another word. So let's find our vowels. Here's one, and here's another. So let's take a look. We have vowel, consonant, consonant, consonant. So let's figure out where we could actually divide this. ST is a blend and TR is a blend. So let's just try to divide it between these two. So we have vowel, consonant. So this is a closed syllable. So this will be a short vowel sound. And then we have vowel, consonant, consonant. So this is another closed syllable. So that's a short vowel sound. So let's try reading it. Distress, 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 distress. Distress is if someone who might be anxious or really sad about something. Distress. Okay, let's do one more. Let's see. One final word. So we have, this one's a short word. So we have vowel, consonant. So we know usually we divide before the consonant. So that would be a long I because this is an open syllable and this is a short I. So let's read this, and if it doesn't work, then we'll try to divide it after the consonant. Timid, timid, timid. I've never heard of that. So let's try to divide it after the consonant and see what we come up with. So vowel, vowel. Instead of dividing it before the consonant, let's try dividing it after. So this would no longer be a open syllable. It is now a closed syllable because the M, the consonant, is blocking in the I. So short vowel, and then this will still be a short vowel. Timid, timid, timid. Timid, that means someone who is maybe shy, they might be self-conscious, and so they may not speak up a lot. So they often are very quiet. So it's a describing word. It can describe somebody. Okay, let's go ahead, and I have some new sight syllables to introduce you to. The first one is viz, and this means see, viz, see. So like if you visit someone, you go to see them. If something is visible, you can see it. And those are actually the two words, visit, visible, and this means see. Okay, let's read it together. Viz. Together, viz. Your turn. Good job. And the next sight syllable I want to introduce you to is pass. Pass, like passenger or pasture. Pass. Together, pass. Your turn. Good job, lions. Okay, here's another new one. Photo. Photo. And this means light. For example, in the words photograph or photosynthesis. So photograph is when you take a picture of something using light. Photosynthesis is the process a plant uses to convert light into food or energy. So photo means light. Together, photo. Your turn. Good. And this means light. And another sight syllable to introduce you to is hood. Together, hood. Your turn. Good. Just like in the word neighborhood. And you can see that this is going to be at the end of a word. Okay, let's review our previous sight syllables. Ick. Together, ick. Your turn. Good job. Together, med. Your turn. Good job. Like medicine. M together, M. Your turn. Good job. Like employ. Dis together, dis. Your turn. Good job. Like disagree. Has together, has. Your turn. Good job. M together, M. Your turn. Good job. Frack together, frack. Your turn. And remember, this means break. D together, D. Your turn. Good job. A bull together, a bull. Your turn. Good job. And this one is ibble together, ibble. Your turn. Excellent. Try together, try. Your turn. And this means 3. Penned together, penned. Your turn. And this means hang, like a pendant necklace hangs from your neck. Pour together, pour. Your turn. Good. Min together, min. Your turn. And this means small, like minute is a small unit of measurement when you're telling time. Sin together, sin. Your turn. Good job. And this means together. Fawn together, fawn. Your turn. Good job. And this means sound. Ill together, ill. Your turn. Vid together, vid. Your turn. And this means see. Miss together, miss. Your turn. And this means wrong. Pell together, pell. Your turn. And this word means drive. Quint together, quint. Your turn. Ing together, ing. Your turn. For together, for. Your turn. And this means front, like your forehead is in front. Un together, un. Your turn. And this means not. It's one of our prefixes. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is spelling. So if you need to get a pen and paper, you can pause your device while you get your materials. And for everyone else, we will go ahead and get started. And here we go. So the first word we're going to spell is visible. Visible. So viz. Remember, viz is this one of the sight syllables we learned earlier. So viz, and this is a closed syllable. Viz, and then ibul is another one of our sight syllables that we learned. Ibul, and the last part is a final stable syllable. Bull. So ibul. So viz, ibul. So we put those two sight syllables together, and then we have our new word, visible. The next word we are going to spell is depend. So the first syllable I hear is D, D. So let's go ahead and spell D, and that's also one of our sight syllables. D. Pend. Pend is another one of our sight syllables, because remember, depend is like the word pendant. So I just need to find it. Here we go. Pend. So pend means hang. So depend. So when we put those two sight syllables together, we get the word depend. The next word we're going to spell is frequent. Frequent. The first syllable I hear is free, not the word free, the syllable free. So free, like this. If we were spelling the word free, we would have two E's, but this is the syllable E. Frequent. And quint is one of our sight syllables. I just need to find it from my pile. Here it is. Quint. We hear the qu sound, which of course is QU. So frequent. So let's put that together, and it should look like this. Remember, the Q goes down below the baseline. Frequent. And the next word we will spell is forecast. Forecast. So the first syllable I hear is for, which is one of our sight syllables. Remember, for means front. So for, not the word for, but the sight syllable for. So for, and then cast, asked. That sounds like a closed syllable. Cast. So let's look here and see if this is what you ended up with as well. Forecast. Forecast. And remember, this means front. So forecast, you're trying to get in front of the weather. You're trying to predict it ahead of time. Okay, the last word that we are going to spell is photograph. Photograph. And photo is one of our sight syllables because photo means light. In fact, that was one of our first sight syllables that we learned today. Here we go. Photograph. Photo. So let's spell our sight syllable photo. P-H-O-T-O. Photo. And then graph. Grr. I hear G-R. Grr. Ah. Here, short A. Graph. Just like at the beginning of photo, the PH is going to spell the F sound in graph. Photograph. So it should look like this. Photograph. So do you see how when you are spelling a large word, break the word up into each individual syllable, and that will help you spell it. And our work that we do with our sight syllables each day will help you to be able to memorize and remember those so that you can spell it automatically. All right, guys, we're going to stop there. I just want to remind you of the new vowel pair sound that can be oo or and O is how you spell those two sounds. And I also want to remind you of some of our sight syllables from today. Pass, photo, which means light, hood. Okay? And we will continue practicing these each day so that you become automatic with them. All right, Lions, I hope to see you tomorrow for another lesson. Keep up the great work.